This is the McCormick Center. This is kind of the headquarters for everything DNC. So if you need credentials, or if you're attending a caucus meeting, or so even some hotels are here. You have the Marriott Marquis and the Hyatt Place that are here. So if you needed to do anything DNC related, this is probably your first stop. In addition to being the headquarters of everything for the Democratic National Convention, including credentialing and caucus meetings, they also have what they're calling Dem-Palooza, which is basically training sessions, events, things that are tied to the convention to give people more information on what they can do for the Democratic Party in the upcoming election. So the space is very empty at this point, but I'm sure it will be filled up with people giving all kinds of information to delegates and people interested in helping the Democratic Party. If you look here, you have the official Democratic Convention merchandise, everything that you might want that you could wear to show that you support the Democrats. This is also part of the Dem-Palooza event space. If you are a delegate that is attending the Democratic National Convention, most of your days will probably start here at the McCormick Center, whether you're attending a state breakfast or a caucus meeting or just meeting up with fellow delegates. This is the place where you probably start your day. And then from here, you'll head off to the United Center, where of course the convention will be taking place in the evening. So this is where most of you will start your day, at the McCormick Center. For most delegates, after their day begins at the McCormick Center, they will then make the trek over to the United Center to attend the convention later that evening. It's about a 4-mile drive from the McCormick Place to the United Center. Although with all the road closures, it probably could take up to a half hour, 45 minutes to travel that 4 miles. This is the United Center. It's home to the Chicago Bulls and the Chicago Blackhawks. But this week it's been transformed into the Democratic National Convention, where delegates from all 50 states will come here to nominate Vice President Kamala Harris to be the Democratic nominee for president. This is one of the large media tents that has been constructed in the parking lot of the United Center, where many of the media outlets come to cover the DNC. You're going to have both press and video outlets here, and they will be covering all kinds of things that are happening in relation to the DNC. Inside the actual arena, you can see that it is fully set up for the convention starting on Monday. And you can see all the different media outlets that are here representing their companies to cover the convention. This is where everything will take place as far as voting for Vice President Kamala Harris to be the Democratic nominee. Most major media outlets have some sort of suite where they can look down on the floor. This is C-SPAN's suite here. And as you can see, we have a chair set up for our hosts so that they have a nice background for when they're covering the convention. There are literally hundreds of cameras, both still and video cameras, around the arena. Some are for the pool, which will be covering it for all the different networks, and some are independent that are covering just for themselves. But there are so many cameras here that are going to be taking in this event. Finally, this is the floor of the United Center, where they will hold the votes and all the events surrounding the Democratic National Convention. You can see all the state signs are out so that all the delegates will sit in their assigned seating, and they will have a view for all the speeches that will take place up on the stage.